Hello guys, you are welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am Frida Kwese. If you're a returning subscriber, you are welcome back. See, I know I'm just going to spare you guys all that I'm sorry and all the blah blah blah, sorry for this, sorry for that. There's no need, right? So let's just get right into it. So today's video is about my updated makeup routine, my everyday makeup. I'm just going to be showing you guys all the stuff I've added to my makeup, all the things I do differently now, and yeah, just walk you guys through. And yeah, it's going to be beginner friendly, so if you're a beginner, you can pick a thing or two from this. So yeah, let's just get right into it. There's no need talking about where I've been and all of that. I've been nowhere. I've just been here lazing about, and that's about that. So let's get right into it. This weather is so hot. I am literally sweating, so I don't know. I've wiped my face already, but I'm just going to do that again. So I'm going to be moisturizing my face with Neutrogena Visibly Clear Spot Proven Oil Free Moisturizer. No matter how oily your skin is, you need to moisturize. That one is just a fact. So I'm just going to be applying this. It makes your makeup sit better, so don't just go straight ahead and apply your primer. Make sure you use some moisturizer before you apply your primer. And this moisturizer is very soft. I mean, like, it's very lightweight. It doesn't sit heavy on the skin. So if you have an oily skin or an acne prone skin like mine, you would want to moisturize first before you use your primer. It just helps with everything. All right, so just give it some few seconds to sit. Few seconds to sit in your skin before you go ahead with the primer or whatever you're going to be using next. Okay, so we are going to go ahead with the primer now. So I've added this too. I'm not sure I've used this here before. This is the Mehron Makeup Skin Prep Pro. This makeup helps your makeup sit all day. Like, it's going to just keep everything locked in, no sweat, nothing. Like, this is just good. Like, if you watch reviews of this, you know what I'm talking about. It's very good. It will make your makeup last all day. So if you have a problem with the number of hours your makeup sits on your skin, I guess you should just go for this. It's going to help your makeup improve and make it last all day, trust me. But this, I'm not going to be using this right now because, like, I'm not going anywhere and it will just be a waste of products. But I just wanted to show you guys. So I'm just going to go straight ahead with my primer. You guys know, like, if you've been watching this channel, you know this primer is what I live for. Like, I use this primer all the time and it works perfectly. Angel Veil primer is the best for acne skin to me. There might be other primers, but this is just the best for me. It works better. I've tried other primers and they didn't work, and this just works so well for me. And I don't need to use a lot because just a little goes a long way. You guys can see my face is even becoming matte already. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, we're going to start with foundation. Yeah, that is what I do differently now. I don't do my eyebrow before my foundation anymore because I've realized that by the time I am done with my foundation and all of that, the eyebrow, some parts go off and all of that, and I still have to refill. So I just go ahead and do my face first, then I come back to the eyebrow. If that makes any sense. Yeah, so basically that's what I do these days. I do my foundation, my powder, my blush, my, like, all those things first, then I go in with the brow. Yeah, so that's what I do. So I'm going to start with my foundation, but as usual, I would recommend you use some powder first before you go in with your foundation if you have a problem skin like mine. Even if you do not have a problem skin, this just helps with the wear of your foundation. Like, it makes your makeup last all day. Like, that's all makeup is about, right? You would want it to last all day. You wouldn't want to be going to the washroom to be touching up and all of that. So you just have to apply some powder. It can be translucent powder or any kind of powder. I think, like, it will just help a lot with your foundation. So I'm going to be mixing this Maybelline Fit Me 358 with NY's Can't Stop Won't Stop in shade 1 caramel, and this is 358. So this is too dark, this is too light, so I'm going to mix the two together. Okay. But if you're going to be using a lighter powder, then this foundation should be fine for me. But then my powder is also just like my skin, so I wouldn't want to use a lighter foundation, right? So I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender from what's the name? Colorbox, right? And blend. If you have an oily skin like mine, a problematic skin, and acne prone skin, you'd want to use the stapling motion instead of rubbing and dragging all over, right? As you guys can see, this is just my perfect shade. Yeah, looks just like my skin. So I'm going to get this hair out of the way. My edges are so stubborn, they never get slit. Okay, so you guys can see the difference from this and this. So we are going to go ahead with this too. Some people say Maybelline do not give them the coverage they want, but yeah, I don't know, but it works perfect for me. Just 2 pumps of this. Mix. I don't know if this is a little too dark in the camera, but right here is just perfect. I don't know how the camera is picking this, but this is just perfect here. The thing with using a lighter foundation sometimes is that by the time you finish highlighting and all of that, you are going to look very white. You are going to look, the makeup is going to look, you are not going to get your skin color. You are going to look brighter than you are. So you would want to go in with something that matches your skin, so that by the time you finish highlighting and all of that, you get everything sitting pretty. Just blend, blend, blend. Hey, chicken! Be careful. Okay, so I think everything is blended properly, but then the forehead area, so I like to go in with the back of my blending sponge for my forehead. I don't like taking, chicken, be careful. I don't like taking the product here, there, so that it looks some way. I just like to, I don't know how to explain it, but I hope you guys get it. I just use the back of my, ignore, why? I just use the back to blend it into my hair so it doesn't look like a mask. You understand? Okay, now that everything is sitting pretty, we are going to be highlighting. So I hope by now you guys know what to do with highlighting, but for the benefit of those who are just watching this for the first time, you are supposed to use a shade that is you are supposed to use a concealer that is 2 shades lighter than your skin color. So if this is your skin color, then you are supposed to use a shade to, what am I saying, God? You are supposed to use a concealer 2 shades lighter, okay? That way it brings out the parts of the face you want to highlight, and yeah, just makes everything look better. You understand? So if you use a concealer that is the same as your foundation shade, then what's the need for the concealer? All right, so bear that in mind. You are supposed to use a concealer that is 2 shades lighter than your skin, and if you are to contour, you are supposed to use a concealer or a contour powder or whatever that is darker than your skin. Clear? So this is Zikel second skin HD blah 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 in the shade nude. This is definitely lighter than my skin, so I'm just going to be using that right here and here. I'm going to be blending that out. Have you guys realized that you cannot keep your face straight and conceal? You must always puff it. So I'm going to be using this all over my eyelid as well, because I'm going to be applying eyeshadow, and this is just to set the eyelid ready for the eyeshadow. Going to be doing that for this side as well. This concealer brush looks terrible, I know. This is not as light as I want it to be, so I'm going to be using a way lighter concealer to pop it up. So this is from Wet n Wild, and I'm using this for some time. The shade is gone, but if you see this, you know, right? So I'm going to be using that here as well, and here. By the way, my nails are from Nails by Pearl, nails.by.pearl.gh, I think. Yeah, I'm going to be leaving the link to her page in the description box, so you guys can go follow her and patronize her. Like, she's good, she's good. You can see. Yeah, so this is better now. I'm going to be doing that for the second side as well. Blend. You guys, blending is 50% of makeup, right? Blending is 50% and your products are 50%. You can have all the good products in this world, but if you don't know how to blend, your makeup is still going to come out very bad. So take your time, no rush, and blend, okay? Just blend so you can blend no more. I'm just going to take this to my here. I don't know the name. Just going to take this there, so there's no need to highlight this part again. Okay. All right. So I'm going to be highlighting the bridge of my nose. Make sure you blend this in place, don't spread it all over. And I'm going to use the excess in the sponge for my forehead, so that it doesn't look too highlighted. Alright? So next we are going to be setting. Whenever you use a concealer, you must set. It is a must. You cannot just use a concealer and then go ahead with whatever you are doing. It's going to crease. So always make sure to set. As usual, I'm using my Sacha Butter Cap to set. But if you go right under your eye, I don't know, but somehow it creases for me. So I like to go below first and then drag it slowly to the under eye. If I go right under the eye, I don't know how, but it creases. I don't know if you guys experience the same thing. If you do, then make sure to start from somewhere here, blend before you take it up. Okay, if you go right there, I don't know, but somehow my under eye tends to crease, so I like to just walk it in rather than go there. Just, yeah, this works better for me. This works better for me. That way everything sits well. So I'm going to be concealing the ridge of my nose, my chin, and my forehead as well. Okay, now that that is out of the way, we are going to contour. So this is my contour palette from Minister Professional Makeup. This is how it looks. Right here. If you cannot find your contour line, just this works. I don't know how, but it works. Just do this. You see? Too much. And for my forehead as well, so it doesn't look like how. So my phone and one of my LED lights decided to give up on me. I don't know, but the charging port is spoiled, and the charging port is spoiled, and I'm using batteries, and the battery died, and my phone stopped recording. Luckily for me, I checked it at the time, right at the time it stopped. I don't know, God works wonders. So yeah, this is what you missed. I was contouring, so if there's a change in color or whatever, it's the light. So I'm charging it, hopefully it comes back on soon. So I'm contouring my nose now. In contouring, you just take this inside, like, I'm so confused. The light and the phone issue has just made me mad. I don't know. Let me see. Hopefully this light gives it. Wow. Some color. Alright, so I'm just contouring my nose now. So you take this beneath your eyebrow. That way your nose, it gets your nose snatched. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, so the next thing I'm going to do is to blush. I'm going to be applying some blush. Alright, so I'm using my all-time favorite dual blush. That is what I'm going to be using now, right here. Okay, so I'll be using my face powder all over my face, and you guys know I love LA Girl, so I'm using my LA Girl powder in the shade Chestnut. Yes, right. So I'm just going to be using this all over, just to smoothing things out. Not too much, just a bit, to just even out everything. So next we are going to be, so now we are getting to the eyebrow. So I'll be using this pencil I love so much from Yoshi Cosmetics, and I don't know if it has a shade, but then this is just perfect. Sculpt and Define, Yoshi Cosmetics Sculpt and Define Ultra Slim Brow Pencil. If you want a detailed eyebrow tutorial, I'm going to be leaving the link somewhere. I'm still not used to this. I'm going to be leaving the link somewhere here, so you guys can just go with that, okay? So I'm just going to be doing this really quickly, even though, hey chicken, you are still here. I'm going to be doing this on camera, but I'm just not going to be talking about it and going into detail about how to get your eyebrow perfect and all of that. So let's go get it. Mo, where are you? It have differences. Okay, so both eyebrows are not going to look the same. Just try your best to make them look the same, but don't stress it. Like, they are never going to look the same. Just try to make them look alike. They are never going to look the same. Just try to make them look alike, but don't kill yourself if they don't. Okay. So one thing that has changed about me is the way I draw my brows. I don't draw them too thick anymore. I like them very faint, and also I don't conceal the upper part of my brow anymore. I just do the lower parts and I'm out. So I'm going to be using this concealer in the shade Fawn. I don't know, but drawing my brows and concealing them doesn't matter to me anymore. I do it anyhow I want. As you guys saw, I just went in with the concealer brush. I mean the brush on the concealer to conceal it, and now I'm blending it out. And in 1, 2, 3, I am done with this eyebrow. That's just it. I'm going to be doing the same for this. Blend. The thing is, if you use a concealer that is too bright, blending it is going to be a problem for you. That's what I've noticed. So I just use a concealer that is almost my shade to define my brows, and that's just that about that. So I'm also going to be using this brow tint from NYX to just comb through so it looks a bit more natural. And that's just it about my brows. So this is the updated brow routine. So next I'm going to be doing my shadow, and you know I've done my face already and I wouldn't want anything to spoil my foundation, so I'm going to be using this powder beneath my eyes just to protect my makeup. So if any eyeshadow falls off, it will just settle there and I'll just brush it off. So that's the technique for doing your foundation before your eyebrow. Okay, so if you want to do your foundation before your eyebrow, eyeshadow, if you want to do your foundation before your eyeshadow, make sure you apply some powder beneath under your eye, so that if you're applying the eyeshadow and anything falls off, it doesn't affect your makeup. You understand? So I'm just going to go ahead and apply some eyeshadow. So I'm just going to be using my blush as my eyeshadow. No thing, nothing serious. Just going to be working this into my crease. I'm using the darker shade though. So if you don't have an eyeshadow and you have a blush, you can still do with that. And I'm going to be using my contour just to darken it out a bit. This is just a way to tell you that you don't need to have all the products to do your makeup. Okay, if you don't have an eyeshadow, I do have an eyeshadow, but I'm just trying to tell you guys that if you don't have an eyeshadow, you can work around what you have. And blend them all together so it looks darker. Okay, that's just that about my crease. What I'm going to do next is to use some pigments so it pops up a bit, and this is from everydaymakeup. This pigment is from everydaymakeup and it's Peppers in the shade Peppers. So I'm just going to use my finger to dab into this and just apply it right here. So it gives it some glow. This is so good. It's so pigmented. You know how some pigments will just be all over the place, falling off? This just stays where you want it to stay. Okay, so that's just it about my eyeshadow. So what I'm going to do next is just to dust off the powder. So it goes with anything that fell off right there. If I hadn't used this powder here, the pigment would have been all over my face. So this is just it. Dust it off. Dust it. Oh. Alright, so I'm going to go in with some liner. I don't want it to be too thick, so this liner is perfect. Look how it looks from e.l.f. And I'm just going to do that. Take it in. I don't know if I have a video on eyeliners. I don't know. I don't remember the kind of videos I have filmed. But if I don't, I'm going to do one soon. So you guys can have this easy. It's not that difficult. It is difficult, but it's not that difficult as well. So that's just that. I'm going to be doing this as well. I hope I don't mess this up. You guys know when doing your eyeliner it's difficult to talk, so I'm just going to shut up and do this. Woo! It's a style. If you're a beginner, I recommend you use a pen liner. This is a pen liner. It's not, it's a liquid liner, but it gives you some control over what you're doing, okay, compared to the fluid, the ones that just pour out like that. This gives you some control. I like that. But I'm going to clean it up. So yeah, I'm done with my eyeliner. I'm going to be doing my waterline now with my liner from Shaded Beauty. It's almost done though. This is so pigmented. Can you guys see that? Okay, this is also out of the way. Next, we're going to use some mascara. That's just that. So next I'm going to wear a pair of lashes. So these lashes are from J Lashes, Joe Fix Lashes. I don't know which is which. I'm going to wear this real quick and I'll be back, alright? Okay, so my lashes are on now. They look so pretty. That was pretty easy. Lashes are so difficult to fix for yourself. If you want to try fixing lashes, if you want to learn how to fix lashes, do it on someone else. Don't try on yourself, okay? You're going to have a hard time. So I'm just going to take this and try to clean this. Oh my god, I should have just backed it. Okay, it's going off. This works for me all the time. If I have my mascara or eyeliner smeared somewhere, I just leave it to dry and then I scrape it off kind of with my spoolie. So yeah, and that's just perfect. So I'm just going to go in with my powder once more and even out everything on my face. How do I look? How do I look? So let me just try this light one more time. It doesn't disappoint. Alright, so we are back on. So this is how we are looking now. You're looking pretty and gorgeous. So the next thing to do is to highlight. So I'm going to be using my Melanin Glow, my favorite glow from Colorbox, yes, to highlight. Ooh, look at that glow. See, let me just reserve this light for later, okay? I don't want any disappointments. And my forehead as well. I don't like using a lot of highlight for my forehead. This is my favorite go-to makeup. This is my favorite go-to makeup these days. Okay. Guys, pardon me. There's a viewfinder at the other side of the camera because I don't want the camera to go off on me anymore. So I tend to look at that place more often. That's why it looks like I'm always looking there instead of here. Pardon me. Okay. This is just it. So I'm going to go ahead with my lip. I'm going to line. I prefer much fuller lips these days. I don't know. So I tend to overline a bit. Just to make my lip look a bit more fuller. If you have thick lips already, there's no need to overline, okay? Okay. Just going to go in with this glossy kind of lip color from LA Colors. LA Colors High Shine Shea Butter Lip Gloss in the middle. And then I'm going to use a gloss all over it. All over it. We're almost there. So guys, if you have watched this tutorial till this point and you have still not subscribed, how do you want your thunder? fried or baked? If you have watched this tutorial to this point, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. I'm sure you have picked something from me today, so just please like, share, comment, share with your friends. Don't be selfish. Let them also learn what you learned today, okay? Don't be selfish. There's love and sharing. Share with your friends so they can also learn what you learned from me today. Let's go in with this again. I'm just I think it looks okay. I don't know, but I'm not feeling the lip. If you know me, you know I'm a gloss person. I love gloss. I love gloss. I love gloss. Come back on, baby. So this is what we are looking like right now. I don't know, but I'm feeling this. Let me just, I don't know how to style my hair. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. I think it looks better like this. So let me just get this here. And this is what we are looking like. Guys, I love this makeup. It's simple, easy. This makeup looks so nice, so natural. Look at the eye, so beautiful, right? So we've come to the end of today's tutorial. I don't know, I'm just blushing. I'm so in love with this makeup. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is so pretty. It's so pretty, ain't it? This is so pretty. I just love this. So my nails are by Nails by Pearl GH. You guys should follow her. She does really pretty nails. She's my friend and I want to support her business. So you guys please help me support her business. Patronize her. She's very good. She does acrylic nails, stick-on, whatever you have to do, pedicure, manicure. She got you. She's so good. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. I don't know if I was able to help you get a much simpler glam. If you have any questions, you can leave that in the comment section. And if you want me to do any particular video for you, if you have any suggestion, you can leave that in the comment section as well. I'm feeling so, you understand? I wish I had somewhere to go. This is so pretty. I love it. I love it. Do you love it? And look at the glow. The glow. Okay, if you are new here and you have watched this video till this point, please subscribe. Okay, I'm not going to promise anything, but then just take it as it comes. I'll be more consistent over here and we are going to get this going once again. Okay, we're going to keep the fire burning, so please subscribe, like, share, comment, blah 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 blah. Until my next video, it's goodbye.